What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Teofimo Lopez and his comments concerning the Lomachenko rematch and why he will not rematch Loma. And he simply said this. He said, I'm going to be a dick. Plain and simple. I'm going to be a dick about it. And they asked him why. Because he was like the way they treated me. You know, I can do it because I can. You know, he said it was his fault. They didn't put a rematch clause in it. They wanted to disrespect me. And that was very, very disrespectful. You know, so you said I was an elite fighter, but you didn't put a rematch clause in that. Now, the question is, how many rematch clauses did Lomachenko put in other previous fights? That's the question you ask yourself. But he didn't do that with Lopez, or Team Lopez felt disrespected. You know, the lobby incident where, you know, Lopez was drinking a little bit according to Lomachenko, but Lopez acknowledged or picked up on Lomachenko's arrogance or his demeanor, you know, his tone rather, and he looked at him like he was better than him. You know, it's like a discernment like thing that you can pick up, and it's only you know that. So I understand when you see people that look at you like you got a piece of shit on you, or you are the piece of shit. So I get that. I do get that 100%. But that also added to that. Now, the other side to that is, or the other question that was asked, rather, is will you take on Lomachenko, or what do you say about the people that think you're scared? Right? So the people that think you're scared, what do you say to that? And Lopez was like, right? He laughed about it because it was like, yo, you serious? Get the F out of here. But he was like, okay, I have no comment to that. Now, I do have a problem with that. Now, let me counterpunch that. He didn't address that the way I felt he should have. You know what I'm saying? Now, he didn't blast Loma, though. He didn't blast Loma. He wished him well. He thought he was a great fighter. He took nothing away from the fighter, which is smart, because if you start down in the fighter and he ain't this, he ain't that, what's that say about you because you beat him? Counterpunch. So I get why he did what he did. You know what I mean? And he's already bashed him enough, like he said, in the ring. So I thought that was clever. I appreciated that. You know, in that was a good counterpunch by Teofimo Lopez Jr. But he didn't address enough of the critics. You know what I mean? He didn't address the critics, okay? Because people will think that. And people do think that fight was closer, and the fight was a lot closer than the scorecards. I think he won, but I thought it was a lot closer. It could have, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of fight could have easily been, hey, if they would have called it, like if Lomachenko would have won that fight off a decision, would that fight been a robbery? That's something that I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'm going to put that in the next community question. Okay, that's going to be another community question. But that's the only thing about the interview, is that, you know, he didn't talk, he didn't respond too clearly about the critics that thought he was scared or thought that he would be in danger of losing a rematch with Loma. Okay, you know what I mean? And I understand that Loma feels a certain way in wrapping this up, but I will say this: just because Loma acted that way towards Teofimo Lopez, that doesn't warrant, right, that he should do the same. So in other words, two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I mean? You know this guy was being a dick to you. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you necessarily have to do that, because that means you're mirroring what that guy's doing, you know, or what that guy did. You know, I mean, an eye for an eye, I get it. But then you could choose. He could have chose to say, you know what? He didn't want to fight me. But for all the haters, I'm going to fight him again. I'm going to fight this guy again, beat this guy again, shut everybody up, beat Devin Haney, do what I need to do, and then I'll be through. Bars. Right? He could have done that, but he's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that at all. But at the end of the day, it is his decision because he is the champion. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.